that down, let's talk about this. What day is it today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm about 48 hours away from watching Fantastic Four. Whoop. I'm so excited. Got my tickets for 2 o'clock
I
on
got
Thursday.
5 on Thursday.
You got 5 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah.
When you got your first?
I can't go and see it until Thursday night.
Oh, because you're going to be in San Diego.
Yeah, because I've got panels.
Right.
So I've got 2 theaters in San Diego.
Oh, you're seeing it down there, though?
I don't know. I might come back up here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how much you love Harkins.
I love my Harkins Theater.
Good
I
on
love
you.
that CineX Theater.
Or maybe we'll have to visit it.
We should visit. We should make it your first stop.
First stop. So listen. So Fantastic Four, we're now in the final stretch. We're in the home stretch of getting to the movie coming out. But they're not done their marketing. They're not done. Because today, the Fantastic Four have done what is becoming a little bit more of a trend, slowly but surely. Release the first few minutes of the movie. And so what Marvel did is they just released, according to Comic Book Movie right here, Marvel Studios releases 5 minutes of the Fantastic Four First Steps. And it includes cameos, super apes, and more. So what they kind of did was, from what I gather watching the footage, I believe it's the first 4 minutes of the movie. And then the final minute is like a montage of other footage we've seen from other trailers. But still, a nice angle of that. I herald his beginning. I herald your end.
I love that.
That's such a great line. And, you get basically the groundwork. Okay, we're in this world. The Fantastic Four have been the Fantastic Four for 4 years. They went up in the... By the way, did you see the special where that rocket they fly is not CGI? That's a practical model that they did that way. Go harken back to the great ILM days of Star Wars. Anyway, so... They get to see them. We don't get to see them turn into the Fantastic Four, but we see them, now publicly the Fantastic Four. We see a bunch of things that are in the trailers, apparently from the first few minutes of the movie. Here's the interesting thing. As they're cutting to the crowds and the people saying, "Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you, Fantastic Four." Rob, did you notice who were in those groups of people?
Okay, I'm going to admit to you, I know who's in those groups of people, but I did not watch that clip because...
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No, on purpose. Because my friend told me, my friend who saw the movie and loved it, explained the opening of the film to me. And I knew from the trailers that we'd seen the big talk show and all that.
Right.
I was really excited to see what the montage of stuff from the comic books. And I'm like, when I saw it, I started watching it and turned it off. I'm like, I don't want to see this. I want to see it in the theater. But I know who was in. I mean, they did something pretty cool.
So in the collage of people who are thanking Fantastic Four are Alex Hyde-White, Rebecca Stabb, Jay Underwood, and Michael Bailey. You may not recognize those names, or maybe they're buzzing a little bit. That was the original Fantastic Four in the Roger Corman the ill-fated Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie, and they got them and put them in this movie.
Genius.
That's great.
You know what? This is the Marvel of the days of yore. This is the kind of thing that they would have done in the first 3 phases. And they're going back to that. What a genius move. What a classy thing to do. And just what a fun thing to do. Bringing the fun back.
Experimental Films in the live chat is pointing out that the original cast was actually at the premiere as well.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were on the
really
red
cool.
carpet the blue carpet.
They had an awesome drone show at the end of that, too. When they came out of the premiere and everyone got to see a drone show, Fantastic Four, with fireworks and everything. It was so cool.
Well, here's the thing. There are going to be some people who watch this show and whatever and say, well, I don't want to see anymore. Okay. But you are the 2%. The vast majority of the movie going on is very excited to see this.
Yeah.
This will be the thing to push them over there. What's really cool is you get to see in it Reed using his stretch powers to drop kick this super ape. It looked awesome. It looked so good.
The only reason when I saw what they were doing, I was so excited about that whole montage, that whole opening as it was described to me, that I was like, I want to see that on the big screen.
Yeah,
but the Harkins CineX Theater.
But remember, they're not making this marketing for the 2% of us. They're making it for the 90%.
But I think they've released too much. But I understand why.
You know what? I had this conversation with somebody the other day who said, I think they're starting to show too much. And I thought, when you really look at it, if you go back to the Amazing Spider-Man 2, right? When you took all the TV spots, trailers, and all that kind of stuff, and not counting repeat footage, they showed about, what was it, like 19 minutes of footage from that movie.
Yeah.
19 full minutes of footage of that movie in their marketing. With Fantastic Four, I don't know if that number is 5.
Yeah.
I really
That's
don't
true.
even,
You
because
might be right.
most of the trailers have been like a recut of footage we've already seen with maybe a 3-second extra thing here. And I think by the end of the day, it's maybe at most 5 minutes of the movie.
You know,
got.
Yeah. You know what else they've done? So this is the first time they've ever done this. Hot Toys.
I literally was just going to say this.
Hot Toys has released, have put up for pre-order or all 4 of the Fantastic Four.
The Thing looks amazing.
And they've created a new line of toys, and the first of which is like a 2.5 foot tall Galactus.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They've never. You still can't get a Dora Milaje figure. I've been bitching and moaning. I wanted a Okoye for how many years now? They've never made it. And they only made 2 of the Watchmen, and they come out guns a-blazing. That's because everyone knows. Look
at
on.
The Thing. I want Herbie and the Thing right there.
That is some dope. I mean, I am
that
in.
Looks awesome.
Doesn't that look great? Look
the
at
Thing
that.
looks incredible.
Come on.
And then
they've never done that before. They've never done all.
Here's scale.
They never look at it. Oh yeah.
So that's
look
the
at
hot
that.
toy, and that's the size of the Galactus.
That's the new. That's a whole new line of like Rotocast figures, and I mean, bring it on, son. Do you know who would have loved this? John Schnepp
would have loved.
He would have been going crazy.
So here's a question. Getting back to the 5-minute clip they put.
Yeah.
What do we think of this emerging trend of not, because Fantastic Four is just the latest movie to do it, right? We've seen previously other films adopt that idea of let's put out the first X number of minutes. Like, here's a quick taste. Here's a quick sample of it. I know there are a lot of film fans who don't like it. I gotta tell you, I think it's a pretty good move and a good idea because it gives fans, again, it's the very beginning of the movie, so it's not really spoiling anything.
They did it with Dark Knight.
Of the feel, they did it. Yeah, they did it for the Dark Knight, and they've done it with others. It gives you a little bit of a feel for the movie. Sometimes not so good because they released the first 7 minutes of Craven, and I thought that first 7 minutes was pretty good.
I knew
the rest
better,
of the movie was crap, but.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. You know, it feels like workplace stress is higher than ever these days, and I was just reading that about 61% of the global workforce is dealing with above normal levels of stress, and honestly, it's not surprising. When you're stuck in endless Zoom meetings, juggling deadlines, or just trying to keep your head above water, it adds up. Now sure, a quick vacation sounds nice, but let's be real, it's not a long-term fix. What's helped me is building small wellness habits. For me, it's things like getting outside in the sun for a few minutes, or squeezing in a brisk walk during breaks. But for a lot of people, sometimes that's just not enough, and that's where therapy can really help. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform with over 30,000 therapists who've already helped over 5 million people worldwide. Their app is super convenient. You can meet with a therapist with just a click, and if it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists anytime. And just listen to the user reviews. The BetterHelp app has a 4.9 out of 5 from over 1.7 million reviews. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea.
So what do you think in general of this kind of trend? Maybe not for every movie, but like putting out the first 5, 7, 6 minutes of a movie. What do you think?
Well, one of the things I think is genius is these clips are following up on a trend that's been going on for, I don't know, the last year, where studios are going back and releasing TikTok clips or Facebook Reels or YouTube Reels of scenes from movies. You know, random scenes, like they'll take a movie and break it into like 10 different parts. Like the John Grisham movie with Tommy Lee Jones and The Client. Is it The Client? I've been watching clips from that movie.
Well, they've been doing that on YouTube forever.
Right, but that's what I mean. But they're doing it more like and it makes me go, oh, where's I gotta go see that again. So they've been doing this with movies, older movies, and it works beautifully. My only objection with this is I've seen that movie before, and it makes me go, oh, I love that movie. I haven't seen that movie in 10 years. I'm gonna go see it. I think they're showing a little too much, but like you said, we're the 2%. And if you get people to go, and this is all marketing. And if you watch that little montage, I would imagine, because I was told about how fun it is, especially if you're a comic book fan, and you watch that, you're like, oh, you're getting a sense of the movie. And by the way, I walk around doing the whole Silver Surfer thing everywhere I go now. I walk into the bathroom if I have to go, and I'm like, hi, Harold. You know, it's beginning. Hi, Harold. It's ending. You know, Elizabeth's like, what do you do? What? I mean, I can't. I make a stand.
I need to hire a kid to walk into a room before me everywhere I go. I herald his coming.
My dogs are looking at me this morning, and I'm like, I herald this meal. You know, I look at the first one. I herald the beginning. I herald the end. They're looking at me going, what?
The problem is I blew it for myself because I had this image from Princess Bride of the priest, and I'm just like, oh no. Now it's, I herald Galactus.
Love.
Galactus.
True love. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? Did you watch the first 5 minutes, or at least it's the first couple of minutes as well, some other footage that they put out? I actually thought it looked really good. I'm getting very, very excited for this movie now. Do you think maybe it's too much? Do you like this trend of putting out the first few minutes of a film? Do you think more films should do it? Do you think less films should do it? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.